Hello, once again, welcome back to my channel. I hope you have tried some of the recipes that I've uploaded on the channel. And, it's maybe not very perfectly cut with, in terms of editing the videos and screening and whatever. But that is, I'm not yet a professional in that. And the only thing what I can assure you is the professional taste. That is what I want to deliver to you. So, thing is, you just have to try and watch them, try to make them after, and you will really have this feeling what I want to deliver to you. The taste, the kind of kick that that I want to bring to you, to your food, to your table. So, and right today I want to give you a kind of simple recipe for this time of spring when it's starting to get warm. That you don't need so very heavy food. That is a little bit light, a little bit crunchy, and healthy. That is the biggest aspect of all what we want to make. It has to be healthy. And today I have a very special recipe. We're going to make some potatoes, and we are going to make them in a kind of way, first to boil them, and to maybe later put them in the baking in the back oven, in the oven, that they get a little bit crunchy. And with that, we shall use the previous oil that I've explained to you. So now we can use it. That was the ginger garlic oil. So today we can use it with the potatoes, and we are going to make a chicken breast with it, and we're going to make a very nice tasty sauce with paprika or pepper with tomatoes. So that's all we need for the recipe for today. We shall have some potatoes. We have some chicken breast. We have some three sorts of paprika. You can call it pepper. We have an onion, and we have some 3 tomatoes. So after we have peeled the potatoes, we can start chopping them into quarters. Quarters. First you make half of them, and then you cut in quarters. Better when you're cutting on a chopping plate, because it offers you security and safety when you're cutting. I'll be showing you also ways of cutting, chopping, how to chop really good with a chopping blade. So now we start with the cooking process. Add in some salt, just a little bit, because we shall also try to put on some other ingredients later. So just for now, for boiling, the salt is enough that they get some taste. Now we cover it up and we wait for some 10 minutes, but take care that when they start boiling, they start spreading out water, so you can put out the cover or reduce a little bit on your flame, that it does not spill out your whole cooking place. So right now we just have I just cut the paprikas into halves, and the onion, peeled it, cut it into half. And I would advise you to cut it into half. Then it's better to remove the seeds. You get them out very gently, the whole of them. And that's when it's advisable to wash them, because now you can wash it everywhere where that can hide somewhere here inside. The seeds can go out, and then we start chopping. And by chopping, we shall cut them into halves, and then we chop them on this side, like we need stripes, very thin stripes. The same applies to the onions. We are going to just make stripes from the from the length. Stripes, 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 stripes. So this is how I've chopped tomatoes. They are really thin chops, and onions. Now it's high time to get the potatoes out of the water because the 10 minutes are already gone. So now these are the potatoes. They are not really done. They are not done. So now we're going to work on them some more. And now you can preheat your oven. You can preheat your oven. I have my oven always at, I'll show you. My oven is a very old oven, but I'll make it at up and down, up and down. And I'll make it I'll preheat it at 200 and preheat it maybe for 10 minutes or something like that. And then we can work on the potatoes. So now we have the potatoes. I've kind of form as for the hot oven. It's suitable for it. You can put it in the hot oven. I have here our self-made ginger and garlic oil. So that's where I will start. That's where we start. So we can put on how you want to get a taste. I will put around 3 to 4 spoonfuls, and I'll let it just like that, a little bit more, because it's really nice. So now this is some kind of chili, but if you don't eat chili, you can leave it out. You can leave it out. You don't have to put it in if you don't want to eat it. If you can't eat chili, you can leave it out. But I like chili, and but if you have an option of paprika, this red paprika, sweet paprika, I have here some little bit. You can also use it. It's also very nice. And then I have a little bit salt. So that is really just for your taste. You can make your own taste. I don't tell you, I will not tell you you have to put on too much salt or too much of this. You can now put that in the oven, and you let it just on low fire with put on a little bit oil that it doesn't stick down. It smells very good, the oil, by the way. When you put it inside, you don't want to leave it out. So now I'll put in a baking oven, in the oven, and I'll tell you about the results. I'll show you how the results will be. But you leave it at 180. Now we have preheated at 200. We put it at 180, and you first put 15 minutes. And you'll see if they are getting the color. After 15 minutes, we shall check on them to see if they have a good color or not. And now, in the meantime, we can start working on the sauce and on the chicken breast, and paprika tomato sauce. We can start working on that, and we shall get it out. So now we start off with the sauce. As you can see, I've added a little bit oil, let it get warm, and we start the process of frying the onions. So once the onions start getting a brown color, now you can add the paprika and do the same thing. Let it just some 2 to 3 minutes, that it also gets some color. So at this moment, It's now the moment. Just if you wish, now you can put a little bit of the garlic oil, just to get a taste of garlic. And that is enough of it. And now you can also add the tomatoes and just cover it up for maybe 15 minutes. So add on the whole tomatoes, and now you can cover it up and just reduce the flame. Maybe if you've been cooking at 10, let it go at 5. Reduce it, cover it for about 15 minutes, and we shall see how it will be looking. So now we have covered up the sauce. Our sauce is it really looks very nice, very tasty, and it smells really good. So now we can start adding in some ingredients like some pepper. You can put how you want it, how much, because it already has pepper inside, but we put on some because this is a little bit sweet and hot. It's good. And some salt. Salt, I also advise you to take your, how much you can eat. It's not, they are not really, some people don't eat really salt at all, and some want it a little bit more spicy, just cover it up and leave it just at maybe 2 or 3, at step 2 or 3. We let it just boil little by little. So now this is how the potatoes look like. They have got a little color, some color. Now you can turn them with a spoon or something like that the down ones also get some color. And we can put them again for at least some 5 to 7 minutes again. And if you have grilling on your programs, you can put them on grill at 180, and you leave them to grill for maybe, let's say, 9 minutes. You'll get the perfect color. So now this is our paprika tomato sauce. It's really very nice, very tasty. So now you can put it off from the fire, just leave it to chill. You can close it. If you want to add something, maybe salt or something like that, you can do it now, and cover it up and leave it on the side. And now we take care of the chicken. So for the chicken, we have some oil in the pan. Just let it warm up, and then we can put the chicken. But I would advise not to first marinate it, not to first season it, just to first leave it to fry it a little bit like that, and then we shall do the seasoning later. In that case, it does not lose too much water. So now we have turned them, and you can see that they're getting gold brown. That is very nice. So now we can start seasoning. I will start with some salt, just to put on the chicken a little bit of it. And then I'll get some pepper, just to put a little bit, just a little bit. So now I have here some pepper with paprika. It's a little bit hot. It gives a very nice taste. So now, after we have done all this, we can now start with, I have a small tip what I would like to give you with, and that is using honey. That is honey, and honey helps it to get very, very fantastic flavor. So you can start putting it on the top of the chicken. Very good. So just like that. Now you can turn it on the other side, that you can also flavor the other side. So yeah, we can put some salt, a little bit of salt on the other side, and then some pepper with paprika, and then some little bit of hot pepper. So a little bit honey on top. It will give you a very, very fantastic flavor, and it will be really soft and really inside liquidy. And now, for those who have made the ginger garlic oil, you can just put a little bit of it, just in the sauce, just in the, for the flavor, just like that. And then you can leave it for some 1-2 minutes, and you can now cover it up. You can cover it up. So just cover it up for some 7 to 8 minutes, and it will be ready. So by covering it, don't forget to reduce. If you have been flying at let's say 10, you have to reduce to the half, to reduce it up to 4 or 5, and to shake the frying pan always, that it gets everywhere the flavors. So you can see it looks dark. That is the sauce, that is the soup, that is the stew, and we cover it up. That's how our potatoes look like. And now it's high time to take them out of the oven. The items, what we have: the chicken, it's very brown, very nice. That is the sauce, and these are the potatoes. So make sure the chicken is not burnt. It's just the honey that is caramelized. So here we are. That is our plate. That is the potatoes with the chicken and the paprika tomato sauce. It is. So just give it a taste, and let's see us later. Bye bye.